about once a month. A news anchor puts on a serious face and says, the central bank has raised rates by 1/4%. 1/4%. That's it. That's the number. So why does the whole country react? Because that tiny number quietly moves. Your rent, your loan, your savings, and even whether companies are hiring. Let me show you how with bananas. In monkey country, money is bananas. But here's the problem. If a monkey wants to open a shop, plant a grove, or buy a cart, the bananas in his pocket are never enough. He needs to borrow first. So banks were invented. They hold bananas for monkeys who have extra and lend to monkeys who need some. But sometimes even the banks run short. And when they do, they go to the central banana bank, the bank that banks borrow from. The central bank doesn't lend for free. It sets a price on borrowing, and that price is the base rate. Here's what makes it powerful. That single number becomes the floor for every other rate in the country. Charge the banks more, and the banks charge you more. Charge them less, and your loan gets cheaper. One number moves, and the whole flow of money shifts with it. One year, bananas flooded the market. Everyone was spending freely. So shopkeepers quietly raised their prices. What cost 1 banana yesterday? Costs 2 today. That's inflation. So the central bank steps in and raises the rate. Borrowing gets expensive, so monkeys pull back and pay down debt. Saving pays well, so they hold on instead of spending. Fewer bananas circulate, and prices slowly settle. But there's a cost. Monkeys with debt get squeezed, shops slow down, and the economy gets colder. That's why raising rates is called necessary medicine that hurts going down. Now the opposite problem, the economy freezes over. Nobody's spending. Shops sit empty, and jobs start disappearing. So the central bank cuts the rate. Borrowing gets cheap, and monkeys find their courage again. They open shops, they invest, they spend. Blood starts flowing through the market. But there's a trap here too. Cut too deep for too long. And bananas become so common that prices explode all over again. Which is why raising and cutting is always a question of timing. At this point, you might be thinking, fine, but what's this got to do with me? Quite a lot, actually. When rates go up, your mortgage payment goes up with them, but your savings finally earn something. When rates come down, your loan gets lighter, but your savings barely grow at all, and it doesn't stop there. Rates move house prices, stocks, exchange rates, even whether a company decides to hire. So when you hear about interest rates, that's not a story about the economy. That's a story about your bank account. 3 things to remember. 1, the base rate is what the central bank charges banks to borrow, and every other rate follows it. 2, raising it cools prices. Cutting it warms the economy. 3, either way, it lands in your loan and your savings. Next time, we'll look at how rates move something everybody cares about: house prices. If there's an economic term that confuses you, drop it in the comments. I'll explain it with bananas.